university, teachers, firefighters, transportation, environment, yada yada. It's simply put, it's the right thing to do. It's one short phrase. The right
but I don't know if you know the next thing that we're having an affordable housing discussion at 3 o'clock.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Right. So that's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
That I just, sort of grab this time to speak to you personally about it, and see what you might say, and let you know about some opinions.
Please go ahead.
So folks are raising the question, I hear this a lot, well, what kind of city do we want here in 10 years, 20 years? And that is very misleading. Because the question now, it's now, what defines this city today? What sort of people are we now? I mean, Palo Alto needs to make a statement. We need to walk the walk. And if we're not going to walk the walk, then that speaks for itself. And we know what kind of community. So that's all I have to say. And, my work in Haiti.
Yeah, I haven't seen this before. So
this is new, but this has nothing to do with it.
Pigs could fly.
Right. So I have been involved with folks who, the earthquake was the tip of the iceberg. This is remote world. Maybe when I'm there, I stay in a place with a dirt floor, and behind the cold is somebody carries it on your head. And that's fairly typical for
How can you go to Haiti?
Every summer for the past 18, 19 years.
Isn't it crazy hot or something?
No, unless you're working in the field.
Oh,
which, if you're the anthropologist on her lofty perch under, a banana tree, it's fine.
Oh.
No, I mean it's hot most of the time. As long as you're not in a steamy city, that's an inferno. Talk about pollution. But I mean, we are, we're living in a paradise here.
Oh, I think the weather is amazing here.
Yeah, we don't have to shovel the rain. Right?
Yeah.
But we need to figure out how to share the pie. And we can't all help maybe the rest of the world.
Yeah. Actually, just on curiosity for Haiti, why is Haiti having such challenges?
Well, because, long and short, if Haiti toppled the French in 1804. They won their independence. They were free. Freedom, just another word for nothing left to use. Just really, the world turned its back on Haiti. Okay, there was no trade, nothing coming from Europe, nothing coming from the United States. And so Haiti was just left to its own devices, at which point any Haitian, Creole, or other Haitian connections began exploiting their own people. Because that was the only model they had, was the colonial model. And it continues, and the mentality is still there. Okay, this auto-colonization. And of course, like the rest of the world, the bet, if you can get out, you got out. And then you could float the boat of 10 or more people back in Haiti. And that is actually, it's a very rational idea. It's a very good plan. And it has worked to some extent.
Because I heard because Haiti's near the Dominican Republic, right?
Right, very different history.
Yeah.
Okay. The Dominicans sold their land to outside investors. Haitians, like I know it's called, the secret is the land. They hung on to that. They wouldn't, the Dominicans encouraged European settlement, to whiten and lighten the population. This began in the mid-19th century, but by the time of Trujillo, this was policy, and to a certain extent, it succeeded. The DR sold land, New York politicians and folks bought land, invested, infrastructure, hotels, electricity, you name it. But for Haiti, the money went out to the state. And this persisted throughout the 40s and 50s.
I saw it from like a satellite photo of like two.
Yeah.
And it's like shocking. Right?
It's shocking because, well, to begin with, the Dominican got the flatter portion, and they cultivated cattle, which nourished the soil. And most of Haiti is mountains. There's more mountains than Switzerland.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, so it's mountains, and farming at this grade, and with primitive techniques. They're still using it, hand tools and so on. You can't put tractors up there.
You can't farm a tractor?
You can't get up there.
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
what would a tractor do?
Oh.
How could you do this?
Oh, I
You
see.
can't do it. I mean, yeah.
Wow.
So food is increasingly being imported from the Dominican Republic. Okay, so whatever money he gets from outside gets spent to float the boat into the DI.
Was so Dominican Republic, was it affected by the earthquake?
No,
Yeah.
except for the influx of Haitians.
Oh, okay. But like
No,
no buildings fell down?
no, not that we know. I
Wow.
mean, there was enough. It wasn't
Aren't
just
they on the same island?
yeah, they are. But you know, our mountain, we are located right above the epicenter.
Oh.
And so even though we were not in the city, our folks' houses tumbled down. His son's animals died. A couple of people were injured. I think there was one death. But we were cut off from the city, so that the people who farm and have corn and stuff to sell couldn't sell it, and you couldn't get anything from the city. And it was communication back then was difficult. Now it's changed somewhat. Dennis O'Brien from Ireland has invested in Digicel, and people have cell phones even though they don't have toilets, or they use to charge the phones. They get solar panels. It's very interesting. I used to teach the courses on Haiti at school.
No, I mean, just curious to know, like, to me, it's kind of like a amazing kind of experiment in some ways, where you look at VR and you look at Haiti, right, and they're right next to each other. And one thrived and the other one didn't.
Haiti was Spanish, okay, and Spanish monks and Bartolome Diaz, and slavery was minimal, and Haiti was built on slaves and exploitation of slaves, and color was really important, shades of black and brown, and then when the French left, it was whoever had connections with France that could bring in sewing needles, salt, okay, cloth. Right? Otherwise, folks were wearing, sacks, sacks. Seriously. And now they're wearing real goodwill stuff because even though the textile factories exist, they don't make clothes for Haiti. They make T-shirts, assemblies to sell in the States. After the earthquake, I did a report for the Clinton Foundation on textiles.
So how do you change that?
Well, one step at a time. You go there and you work closely with you listen to people, and you try to avoid help and do collaborative projects. So we've tried, and we've had some kind of sexy things with solar panels and pumping water, but we've also discovered just a simple large rain barrel.
But it seems like the issue though isn't really technology; it's more
food.
Was it food, or is it the political system? Because like DR, like they both started on the same island, but one had a different political system.
Spanish, and then French, and then the French were gone. We cleaved on to the Haitians this aristocratic, pre-revolutionary French model of government, which was just we are the haves, and you are the have-nots, and you don't get schools, they didn't educate. I mean, they still don't. The public education just started really a bigger emphasis under Martelli, the rock band guy. Okay, he began establishing a level of a sixth grade level of education for public schools, but there are very few public schools. Teachers who are trained or living Port-au-Prince would have, personal capital in themselves are not going to go to the mountains. It's not teach for America. There's no glory. You don't go there. You can't live there. It's not the people.
So Port-au-Prince is in the mountain too, or is it flat?
Port-au-Prince is France, right? It's a coastal. It was a port city. So the port cities sprang out in different, okay, and they're the people that had access to commerce, and the peasants would bring their coffee down, have it weighed, and then sold, and then the people who had ships and access to France, they built their wealth. There were like 7 or 8 families that still